my name is Veronica. Welcome to the series of travel essentials, and today we're going to talk about the travel gadgets and any kind of tech that you will need on your trips. You can literally travel with these devices anywhere, somewhere in the United States, any local vacations or mini vacations, but you will find it mostly useful when you're going on international vacations, trips overseas, long-haul flights, maybe international cruises, or while you're staying in those non-American hotels. Let me remind you that this is a series of 5 different videos about travel essentials of 2024. So please don't forget to subscribe and click that notification button so you get reminded when the next video comes out. So in this video, you will see a couple of categories. The first category I would like to talk about is batteries and charging. Charging of all of your devices, whether you're on the plane or somewhere else when you're traveling overseas. There are a lot of different options to charge your devices, and you have to worry about different outlets in the country that you're going to, because when you bring your phone, you bring your tablet, you bring different things, you have to charge them, you have to plug them in. One of the first most important things that you will need overseas will be the travel adapter. There are all kinds of travel adapters and voltage converters. Based on the devices that you're bringing, you will need to purchase an adapter or the converter. The travel adapters are pretty standard, and you can purchase any version of it on Amazon. I'm going to leave a link in the description for the products that I'm talking about today. But this is the one that I'm taking with me on my trips, and this adapter is great for Europe, for UK, for Australia, or for United States. And this adapter can pretty much charge most of your devices like your phone, your tablet, your earphones, and any batteries that you're bringing with you on the trip. The voltage converter, on the other hand, will be useful if you bring certain devices that need to convert that current, or if you're purchasing some devices overseas and you would like to use them in the United States. So this device has the button to use it as either a converter or the adapter. So you can bring just one thing and it will be used as an adapter or a converter depending on your needs. Usually it's not enough for me to bring an adapter or a converter with a couple of outlets because I have a lot more devices. So I do bring extension cords, and even if it is an American or United States extension cord, I can still plug it into the adapter, and then I can connect all of my devices so they get charged overnight while I'm sleeping. So I have a couple of extension cords that are rather compact, and it's easy to bring them in the luggage or your carry-on bag, and it is not surge protected, so you can bring it on the cruise ship as well. So this specific one, I have 2 of them. I have one for United States and one for Europe, because the plug would be different for Europe, as you see over here. So this extension cord is not very long, but it provides usually enough room for your devices and for anything that you need to plug in overnight. So besides the regular outlets, it has USB connectors. And when you're done with it, you can easily wrap it up and store it in your bag. I usually bring more than one extension cord, and I have another one that I wanted to show you that's also is very compact. And it also folds nicely into this little brick that you can put in your bag. It's not very heavy, so it holds everything together. And it also has additional outlets for USBs. And that's what I like about this one. It's a little bit longer as far as the extension cord goes. And then it has 1, 2, 3, so 4 USB plugs for USB-C as well on both sides. And it has 3 regular USBs in the middle. So it gives you additional space for all of your devices. So now let's talk about charging your phone, because there are different ways of doing it. It's easy to do it at the hotel or when you're at your destination and you have the adapter so you can plug it in. But what do you do while you're flying? Maybe it's a long haul flight and now you need to recharge your phone. So let me share with you some of my ideas. So the first option to charge your phone is the remote battery. Many people use these large bulky batteries with wires that I hate because you cannot really put it in your purse. So with this battery, it's so compact that you can easily just plug it in. And you see, this is all it is. And I can just easily stick it anywhere, either my pocket or my purse. I like how compact it is. And they sell these batteries not only for Droid or Samsung phones, but also for Apple phones. I usually bring a couple of phones with me, so if I have to charge a few phones, I bring a few batteries as well. But keep in mind, when this battery is fully charged, it can recharge your phone twice. So one battery is usually more than enough to recharge your phone during the day. The other option is one of those slim batteries, and it has actually a plug to go into the wall or into the charger, and it has multiple wires. So it has an iPhone plug and USB-C plug. This way, if I have a Samsung phone and I have an iPhone, I can plug both of them in this battery. This is a larger battery than the previous one I showed you, and this battery lasts longer as well, and it can charge multiple phones. If you're going in a long haul flight, maybe it's 5, 6, or 10 hours, you would like to charge your phone while you're flying, right? So in that case, I found this genius little wallet. And in this thing, you can put your passport, you can put your documents, you can put money on this side and keep everything in one place. But on the left side, it comes with a battery that can charge your phone. This battery is good for just maybe one phone, and it fits nicely in this pocket. So it's rather compact. It comes with the Apple charger, but it also comes with a USB port so you can charge the battery. Or you have a Samsung or Android phone like myself, you can purchase a little wire that will plug into your phone. And that's what I did because I do have a Samsung phone and I need to charge my battery. And this is what you see here. This is a black USB-C cord that will go into my phone. So if you're traveling with more phones, maybe 2 phones, I can still fit it in this travel wallet, but I'm going to use a bigger battery. The other battery that I showed you where I can plug in 2 phones. So this travel wallet will be able to fit your passport, your money, your credit cards, a battery, 1 or 2 phones, and you can store it in your bag under the seat and it will charge during your flight. Depending on your charging preference, of course, you can bring a wireless charger for your phone, your watch, and other devices. And they have some of those compact wireless chargers that I found online that I think are really cool because they fold and they're small. It's easy to bring them with you. So this is pretty much the size of it. It can fit easily in your bag. The other thing I would like to tell you about the wireless chargers, it helps to extend the battery life of your phone. Let me give you an example. I had a couple of other Samsung phones. And the reason I choose Samsung phones over iPhone is because it's better for my work. So the other 2 phones that I previously had before this one had a problem with the battery. So after 2 years, the battery will die on me and I had to upgrade the phone. I had to buy a new one. And when I came to the store for the 3rd time, I asked them, so what is the problem? Why do my phones keep dying on me? And not really the phone itself, but the battery will start acting out. It will run out of power very quickly and you would have to charge it over and over again throughout the day. So this is when I knew that my phone was dying and I needed a new phone. So the person who was helping me out explained to me that when you plug in your phone with a wire versus wireless, it kind of pushes the current into your phone and it damages the battery over time. He suggested to purchase the wireless charger that will help to extend that battery life for my phone. So I tried that. And because of that recommendation, or since I started using the wireless charger, my phone has not had any issues. And now my phone is 3.5 years old and doesn't have any problems with the battery. So I'm very grateful for that advice that they gave me before. And I'm using wireless chargers a lot more. Besides the regular wireless charger that I already showed you and that you probably have different versions of at home, there's another one I found on Amazon that is really cool because this is not only the wireless charger, but it is also a UV sanitizer where you can sanitize your phone while it's charging. This UV sanitizer is bulky, but it is rather light. So it can plug in with a USB-C cord over here, and you can pretty much sanitize anything while on the go and while you're traveling. Yes, this will be probably sitting in your hotel. If you're worried about sanitizing some of those daily essentials that you're using on your trip, like hotel keys, maybe your car keys, and other small things that can fit in this box, this is a great sanitizer. So all you're doing is you're putting things inside, you're pressing the sanitizer button, and after 5 minutes of sanitizing, it gives you a beep and it's ready to go. And then when you come back, you can actually plug in your phone, putting on the wireless charger inside and sanitize it at the same time. On most international flights, they do have free entertainment from music to news, kids movies, adult movies, and you can watch 3 or 4 movies, especially if you're flying long distance. They even offer you the headphones, but many people prefer to use their wireless headphones. And it could be the large bulky ones that you put over your head that are noise canceling, or you can purchase the little ones. They have both noise canceling headphones. They have other brands that are cheaper. So this one was only $60 or $70 on Amazon. It still gets the job done. It fits nicely in your ear, eliminates the noise, and you can even connect it to one of those televisions on the long haul flight. But in order to do that, you need one of those Airfly devices. And it's a very small, compact, it charges fast. You can plug it into the TV in front of you, and then you can pair it with your headphones. This way you don't have to deal with the wires and you can use your own headphones on that long flight. There are a couple of budget airlines that don't offer entertainment. It could be the airlines that fly in the United States, or an Iceland airline such as Play that doesn't offer any entertainment because the flights are rather inexpensive. So everything is to the minimum. You pretty much get a seat, but no entertainment and no food. So check on it in advance, and if you're using one of those airlines, it wouldn't hurt to bring your own tablet. If you don't want to drag your own computer or laptop, you can actually purchase a $50 or $60 tablet on Amazon, and I purchased one for myself because it's great to download any games that you like to play. You can download some movies, some music on this little tablet. It's very inexpensive. And it comes with a cover. You can actually set it up in front of you on the table. And I like that it's protecting the screen as well. And for those of you who like to read, of course, there are all kinds of versions of Kindle. This is my Kindle. So I bought this cover for the Kindle so I can hold it. I can put stuff in it. And it's also a way of reading and entertaining yourself while on the flight. Even if you're not going to a hot destination, you still would need a fan, either in your hotel, on the cruise ship, or on the plane. The temperature can change within seconds. You will get hot, you'll get sweaty, so it would be great to have a fan. So besides all of those devices that I'm going to show you, you can bring a manual fan. I love these compact fans because it's easy to fit it in the pocket. It doesn't take much space. It is super light and you can fold it back into this shape. So you can see that this fan can be really useful, especially if it gets hot. Another fan that you can use on the plane is one of those compact fans that needs to be charged with a USB, but once it's charged, it can last you for some time on the plane. It also has 3 different speeds. It's rather small, but what I don't like about this fan is it cannot really stand on its own. You have to hold it in your hand if you want to fan yourself. These neck fans became increasingly popular, but again, if you're traveling in the United States and if you're on the shorter flight, or you're going to a hot destination, maybe going on vacation to Miami or to the beach, to some islands, this is a great way to put it around your neck and fan yourself. This fan is pretty nice. It also has multiple speeds. But this fan is probably not the most practical one to take with you on the long-haul flight or international trips, just because of how bulky it is. If you love these fans, of course you can bring it with you, but I found an alternative to this fan that is much smaller. So this is the fan that I found. It has a stand. You can hang it off your neck. It hangs on your neck like this, and it can blow air out of the opening right on top. It is rather powerful, has multiple speeds, and compared to one of those neck fans, I think it's a much better alternative just because it's smaller and it can fit easily in your bag. One of my favorite fans that I took with me last couple of years was this fan. And this is a USB fan, and it's one of the best fans for either a hotel room or a cruise cabin. Just because it gets so stuffy, it gets hot. A lot of times when you're getting ready, when you're putting your makeup on, when you're doing your hair. So on a few trips that I had, it was definitely a savior. And it made it so much comfortable for you to sleep, for you to get ready, or just to have some air circulating in your room. So when we're talking about getting ready, especially for ladies with long hair like myself, you should definitely consider bringing a hair dryer or a curling iron to the cruise or on your vacation. Just because a lot of those hotels, international hotels that I've been to, their hair dryers are either not working or they're working really poorly, they're very slow, and it takes forever to dry your hair. And if you have to bring any of those hair tools with you on the cruise ship, those items are actually allowed.
Yes!
Last year when I went on the cruise to the Baltics, we had a hair dryer in the cruise cabin, but that hair dryer was so slow, it was bulky, and it was totally inefficient. It took me forever to fix my hair or get it done. So when we're talking about smaller hair dryers for your trip, especially if you're not packing a lot, if you would like to have something compact, they do have these smaller dryers. So this can be used not only in the United States, but also in Europe. It even comes with a European attachment, and you can use it in one of the hotels in Europe if you're staying there a little bit longer after the cruise or before the cruise. It has a switch to switch from American voltage to European voltage, and that's going to be extremely convenient, especially if you're worried about drying your hair and fixing your hair while you're traveling. Some people like sleepers, and so am I. So I like to bring a white noise machine with me, and I found a really cool one online that helps me not only fall asleep, but stay asleep. So last year I was using something else with me on the trip that would only last for 90 minutes. But if you're traveling, if you're on the cruise ship and you would like to have the noise machine that will last for longer, like 6, 8, or 10 hours, this is an upgrade that I found. If you watched my other videos, you know that I like baby products for certain purposes. It can be attached to the wall with little magnets. It can be attached to the doorknob. It can be used in any place in your hotel or in your cabin to provide you that comfort and that white noise. It has many, many different options to choose from, and it's one of those devices that I have to bring with me in order to be able to fall asleep in a crowded place. The other very cool gadget that I use during my travels is the nightlight. So this nightlight I take with me anywhere because it can be great for the hotel. It's great for a cruise cabin. It's pretty much for anywhere you go because it's so light, it's compact. So it has a little magnet on the back. It has a little on and off button, and it's motion censored. So if you're using it in the bathroom, if you're using it to light up the way, this gadget is one of my favorite, and I bought it not only for myself, I bought it for other people because when they saw it, they loved it. They asked me where I bought it, so I bought it for them. It comes in a pack of 2. It's rather inexpensive. I believe it's like $15 for 2 of them, and you can throw it in any bag, and I use it all the time. For those of you who like cruising, you're probably already bringing the magnetic hooks for the room, and so do I. I even mentioned it in one of my previous videos that I made about the cruise and what I pack for the cruise ship. I'm going to leave a link in the description below to that video. When I was flying to Europe last year for 2 weeks, I didn't bring any luggage, I only had carry-on, and I was talking about some packing ideas and tips of how to bring less on the cruise ship, what to pack, what not to pack, and even how to do laundry while you're cruising. So definitely check it out. Maybe some of those hacks and ideas will be useful to you as well. But going back to magnetic hooks and organizing things, I found some new hooks that I will be bringing on my cruise this year. So some of those magnets are primarily used to organize the wires, and that's how they advertise it, that's how they sell it online. But what I use it for is I use it as a hook, I use it to hang things, and some of them are lighter. They're great for organizing your wires, your electronics, and some of those gadgets that you're bringing with you on the trip. But some of them that are stronger can be used as hooks for the hair dryer, for the white noise machine, even for the nightlight. And these magnets covered with silicone are extremely powerful. It's great for organizing and for your little gadgets that you bring with you. In the United States, unless you're bringing some bags and you're checking them in, you don't really have to put any of your carry-ons on the scales. They don't really check for the weight in your carry-on on your personal items. If you're going overseas, in any other country in Europe, it's a different story. They will be checking the weight of your bags. So before you head to any airport, make sure you weigh your bags. Not only the ones that you're going to check in for luggage, but also your carry-ons. Verify with the airlines how much you can bring with you, what is allowed, how many bags, and how much they have to weigh. Because otherwise you can get in trouble at the airport and you might have to pay very hefty fees and penalties for that overweight. I personally had a couple of those situations in the past when I was overseas. I had to throw some items out in order to meet that weight limitations and those requirements. So since then I started bringing those personal scales with me so I can throw it in the bag, and when I'm packing or traveling back home, I always weigh the bags that I'm carrying or checking in. So you can purchase the scales on Amazon, and it gives you not only kilos but also pounds and ounces in case you have to weigh your bags. So now I showed you all of these little techs and little gadgets that I bring with me, all the wires that I have to not only organize but also pack with all the gadgets so everything works. So let me show you a couple of bags that I use. The smallest one that you can bring on the plane and that can be extremely convenient is one of these little bags. You can even put this bag in the pocket in front of you in that front seat. So in this thing, it has 3 compartments. So I can put my Airfly for my headphones. I can put in one of these compartments. I can put my headphones in here for the plane. I can organize the wires, and this is the plug for charging my phone because some planes do have that USB charger on the front so you can plug in the wire and charge your phone. So I'm going to bring one of them just in case I need to charge any of my devices. I'm putting my little fan with me and one of those little batteries just in case my other battery dies and I need to plug any of my devices, maybe my tablet or my fan, into this to get it charged. Now, as you can see, all 3 compartments are filled. They're zipped up so nothing is going to fall out. And it's easy to either put it just like as is into that pocket in front of you, or you can actually wrap it like this and close it to keep it more organized. So as you see, it's rather small and it can easily fit in your carry-on bag. The next size of the bags that I have for electronics and gadgets is this bag. I like how flexible it is because you can fit a lot of things in it. And if you're cruising, you can even hang it in the cruise cabin. A lot of things can fit in it. It has mesh pockets, and you can see all of your little appliances, all your little adapters, your wires, organized in one place. I even was able to fit in my hairdryer in one of these compartments. The other bag that I purchased is rather large, but it's soft and it's very flexible as well. It's easier to fit some bulkier devices, such as your neck fan, and then zip it up. It all fits in here. I looked at a lot of different bags for larger electronics, but all of them were kind of hard shell, or it was hard to fit everything in it. But I found this specific one, although it's pink, and you can definitely get other colors online on Amazon. I'm going to leave a link in the description, and it can fit a lot of other devices that are bulky, that don't fit in those standard pockets and those standard organizers that you can purchase for yourself. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. I hope some of my ideas were useful to you. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click that notification button and leave any comments or questions below. See you next week.